And I'm going to ask this one to you, Eliana, but Chris, you may want to come in as well. What plans do you have for good replication of the study?
Sorry, Sonia, I missed.
So the question is, what plans do you have for good replication of the study?
I think that I will pass this to Chris, because I think that it's more related to the part of the genetic than in our procedures. So our procedures for recruitment and our clinical analysis, they have been used by different study groups. And with the numbers that we have, we plan to do clinical analysis that can enlighten the work and help the work of the genetic group as well. But in terms of replication, I think that it's more about the techniques of the genetic and the sheer numbers that we are intending to use. So I think that I'll pass most of the replication on the genetics to Chris.
Just before Chris answers that, one of the things to say is that the QRME Biobank has validated the questionnaire. It's something that you've used and you've tried and tested. So we're very confident in the work that you've already done and you're bringing to this study. So that's a tick for us already in getting us off the ground. And Chris, can you say a little bit more about the replication from a genetics perspective?
Yeah, the community of geneticists worldwide do this all the time in different diseases. They form international consortia and they have studies in their own countries, and then they come together to compare their findings. And that's what we will do. I've already had individuals from 2 different countries come forward to ask questions. And I really hope that this new money in the UK provides a catalytic change in different countries that can then allow different studies in many different places whose results we can then compare. I can only say that from what I see and observe in COVID-19, the Host Genetics Consortium, which is worldwide, how well that is working and how people from all around the world are coming together in one place for a common purpose. And that's how I think we all foresee the research community in ME genetics proceeding. And it would be absolutely fabulous to ensure that there is a strong, robust answer to this desperate question from many different aspects, many different angles, from genetics and beyond.
Fantastic.
To jump in if I could, I think it's worth saying, obviously, in addition to what Chris just said, that we've had recent news that the authorities over in Holland have plans for setting up what I understand to be a bioresource, a biobank, and they've got indicate advice to set that up. We're using very similar selection criteria to what we will be using, and I believe that the proposed, or not the proposed, the biobank that is being set up in Australia, which I believe the QRME team are somewhat involved in as well. So those are resources being set up worldwide, which obviously won't automatically be analysed to give the genetic data, but they're resources that potentially could be in the future analysed and then their data looked at in comparison with ours. So things are building up, not just in the UK, but also worldwide.
That's a really important point, isn't it? Because I know that certainly the biobank team and others are working internationally, and with the centres in the collaborative centres in the United States, certainly there were a number of researchers, including the UK Research Collaborative, that commented and fed into the common data elements. And so I think what we're hoping to do is to really build on the excellent international connections and collaborations that exist.